G'day everyone. I'm here with Marc Ten Bosch with Miagakure. Marc, Miagakure, what does that mean? What language is it from?
So Miagakure is Japanese for hide and reveal. And it's this technique in Japanese gardens where you can never see the whole garden at once. So you're always imagining what's out of view, what's blocked from your view. And then, because of you're using your imagination so much, it feels like the garden's actually larger than it actually is. And so I felt like this name was really good to describe the game. So,
Marc, one of the most striking things as you walk past your booth here at PAX is the visual beauty of the world morphing and changing. What is that morphing and changing? What's going on in Miagakure?
right. So yeah, we've been working really hard on that, and so it's really exciting to be able to show it. So what's happening is that it's a four-dimensional game, and you're only seeing three dimensions at a time. And when you press a button, it trades which three you're seeing. And sort of the transition effect, the morphing effects, comes from the fact that because you can only see three dimensions at a time, it's sort of like you're seeing a three-dimensional slice of a four-dimensional object. And when you press a button, you're seeing different parts of it. So you're moving that slice around and seeing different parts of that object. Kind of like when you have an MRI and that, it makes a 2D image of a 3D object, and you see the slice moving inside the MRI, and you see things morphing within it, right? That's kind of the same thing. Instead of a 2D thing, you have a 3D thing.
Now, as humans, we walk around in what we perceive roughly to be a three-dimensional space. We have depth, we have height, we have width. Do you feel that by giving this fourth dimension to players, you might be pushing the limits of how they can think and how they perceive their world in really cool new ways?
Yeah, I think that's the goal, really, is not only make a cool game, but also explore a concept that's really interesting, that has a lot of people have been thinking about it for a really long time. You have to invent some math to describe it and everything. So I feel like if you can get people to experience it intuitively, they'll when they go and if they want to find out more, they already have an intuition for it, right? The way that I describe it, it's say you have a toy ball, right, and you throw it, how it's gonna, fall, and the arc it's gonna take and everything. That means you have an intuitive understanding of gravity, which is not necessarily the same thing as meaning really, really understanding gravity, but we've got all this intuition that we build up, and so when we go and try to understand things about the world, we can use that intuition to understand it. So this is sort of the same thing, but for the fourth dimension. It's building an intuition for it.
Now, Marc, if I wanted to get my hands on Miagakure, how could I do that?
Well, you can wait until it's finished, and we're not giving a release date yet because we're still working on it, and we'll take as long as it takes to make it as good as possible, and then, yeah.
Words of a very wise man. Keep an eye on Miagakure.
Well, we've been through survival training for the show because we were warned, and so we're pretty confident that we can last until about midday tomorrow.